Welcome to the Spiritual Grapevine, where we tap into the ethers and the cosmos to receive and disseminate messages from our ancestors, from our spirit guides, from our guardian angels, and from our wonderful, wonderful fairies. I've already prayed and cleansed the energy, so we're going to tap in. See what the ancestors are talking about, y'all. Yes. All right. I have been instructed to use Intuitive Kev's extra deck. And we're also going to be using the Order in the Court deck. All right. So we're going in, y'all. All right. 3 sounds real quick. All right. One more time. All right, one more time. All right, ancestors, let's get it. All right, ancestors, guardian angels, spirit guides, what do you want us to know? Talk to me. Ancestors, guardian angels, spirit guides, what do you want us to know? Uh-oh. All right. Somebody between the ages of 40 and 50. Been doing spell work, manipulating energy, trying to control somebody, dominate somebody else's free will. This is somebody who's a Mason, an Eastern Star. Uh-oh, 2 for 1 here. All right. There's also somebody between the ages of 50 and 60. This could be the person that they have been doing the spell work on. Ghosted, cut off, cold shoulder, walking away, ignoring. All right. So it looks like this person who's 40 to 50 years old, this Mason, got upset with somebody who's between the ages of 50 and 60 because they ghosted them, they cut them off, they walked away from whatever nonsense that they were doing. This person could be a Leo. And a Cancer. So we got a Leo and a Cancer involved here. So it could be a Leo that's doing the spell work, or it could be a Leo that they're doing the spell work to. Okay, it could be a Cancer that's doing the spell work, or a Cancer that's having the spell work done to them. All right, apply the roles how they fit for you. All right, get ready. Surprise visit or a message. Somebody's going to try to make contact with you. Hindu. Okay, so this could be somebody of the Hindu origin. Doesn't have to be. Could be. What else would you like us to know about the spirit? Okay, somebody between the ages of 20 and 30. Or this could have been going on for the last 20 to 30 years. Okay, depending on your situation. Anything else here, Spirit? Ooh, too many. A shaman. So the person that they were attacking is a shaman? That's not smart. That's not smart at all. Why would you attack a shaman? A shaman is a very peaceful person. You're going to have serious consequences for that. That's not smart at all. That's like going to attack a Buddha. Stupid. Okay. These people have been forging documents, all right? Fraud. Okay, forging signatures. Forging contracts. People will never learn. Paper trails. I don't know why they think they're going to get away when they're always leaving a paper trail. Just not the brightest criminals these days. I swear to God. I am so sick of this energy and so sick of these people. I got you. All right, so this is a scorned lover, all right? Somebody who wanted revenge. Somebody who likes to plot and use drama to get revenge. So basically a juvenile asshole. What else do you call that? I mean, come on. Honestly, what else do you call it? All right, something hit the floor. What hit the floor? Ancestral spirituality. So they were trying to hide the fact that this shaman had some ancestral spirituality. How you gonna hide that? That's like trying to hide a pregnancy. You're only good for a few months. After that, the cat's out of the bag, baby. Are you kidding me? You can't hide ancestral spirituality. Not permanently. Okay, there's a Capricorn that could have been involved with this. And this is somebody who's been watching your money and your finances. People need to learn how to mind their damn business. All right. Cool guy, main male, attractive, somebody of authority. I saw you. All right, contracts, commitment, obligation, agreement. All right, so his contract is coming up again. All right, these contracts came up before here. They were forging documents. Here we are again. All right, contracts, commitment, obligations, agreements. So this is some cool guy who was behind the scenes doing some illegal paperwork. All right, forging documents, trying to make things look the way he wants on paper. Trying to keep up a facade. Trying to keep up an image. Shallow. Demonic, nefarious, diabolical. Okay? So there's somebody who was trying to tie somebody else and keep somebody else tied up in bondage by using false documents. All right? Faking signatures. Providing illegal contracts. You know the kind. A real shyster. The kind that usually end up dying alone and then they wonder why. Uh-oh, too much. All right, what they trying to hide? Cars flying all over the place around here. All right. Corrupt, bribe, corruption. All right, so this is basically a demon who was out here doing dirty work. All right, bribing people, using dirty contracts. Okay, trying to get people caught up, tied up in BS. All right, what else do you want us to know about this, Spirit? How's this going to turn out for this fool?
Spiritual Grapevine.
How's this going to turn out? All right, let's see what we got here. All right, so now somebody's in fear. Oh, now you want to be scared. Now you want to be scared. Really? Now you want to be scared. After you've been out here putting up a facade, forging people's names, signing dark documents, being in demonic work, just being a whole damn demon out here, corrupt, bribing people. Now you want to be scared? Yeah, right. All right. Security. Somebody is guarded, safe, secure. Okay, so they tried to get through to somebody that's got some serious security that's guarded. It's not happening. So now they're worried. Emotional manipulation. Okay? Being behind the scenes, again, playing with spell work, trying to manipulate somebody else's free will. That's a big no-no. Most of the people who do that don't have no self-control. They can't control their own lives. So it really amazes me that they got the nerve to try to use some other entity or to try to run somebody else's life or business. It's like, okay, really? It's like, sit down. Game over. End. Completion. All right, so whatever game it is, this cool dude thought he was running, not running no more. It's being shut down. Game over. All right? Because remember, they were running this on a shaman. And you can only try to run game on a shaman for so long before the ancestors going to step in and shut it all down, baby. Shut it all down. Shamans just look alone. That's why they can spend so much time alone, because they ain't. They are surrounded by people. You just can't see them. They are usually surrounded by hundreds of people. You just can't see them. That's why Buddhists and shamans can spend so much time alone and be so content. People don't understand that. They think that they're isolated and they're miserable. They're not isolated. They're not miserable. They are surrounded by hundreds and hundreds of people. You just can't see them. Just because you can't see them don't mean that they're not there. People make that mistake all the time, and then they get caught up. That's why you need to learn to mind your own business. All right, what we got? All right, this is somebody who's out here gossiping, talking trash, telling lies. Of course. Especially if you're talking about a shaman. Shamans don't hang out with too many people. They don't communicate with very many people. So you couldn't be out here telling their business because they don't tell their business. See how that works? Okay, this is about an alpha female, a leader, somebody who's assertive and dominant. All right, so they were trying to gossip about an alpha female, jealous. It's basically somebody who's out here got their act together and running their own thing, and these folks can't keep up. So what do? They go behind the scenes and they lie and they create a lot of drama and nonsense to try to disrupt that person's life, disrupt that person's program, try to make that person look like something that they're not. Why? Because that's easier than them being an adult, getting their act together, and cleaning up their own life. To them, it's easier to screw up somebody else's life than to fix their own. Y'all see the get down? That part. And that's the times that we're living in right now. Okay, alluring. Enticing, attractive, infatuation. All right, so yeah, they're smitten by this person that they've been attacking. This person is attractive, okay? Like I said, got their act together, doing their own thing. Kind of like your girl here, all right? Next to you, you get a lot of haters. What can I say? You get a lot of haters. Just look at it like this. That means you're doing something extremely right if everybody's minding your business instead of their own. I feel like if you worried about me and what I'm doing, that means that you don't have your act together at all. Because I give zero about yours. I put zero time and effort into minding your business. Zero. Even after I find out you minding my business, I still put zero time and effort into minding yours. Because I could care less, baby. All right, let's wrap this up. Too many. How many? Okay, it's just 3. All right. We'll wrap it up. All right, so they were in cahoots, okay? Secret collaboration. Dark alliance. Of course, probably a cult or a coven. That's the times we seem to be living in right now. I don't know what happened, but all of a sudden we woke up and we're back in dark shadows, everybody. Everybody and their mama want to be in a damn coven or a cult. All right, caution, warning, danger. It sure is, especially if you're messing around with this crap and attacking people and coming after alpha females. Oh, I can tell you, you in danger, gal. Because alpha females, they're not going to back down. They're not going to bend and not going to run. They're going to hit you with that ooh-wee, baby. All right, and Aries could be involved in this, okay? So this is an Aries involved with this. You're talking about the element of fire. All right, you're talking about the planet of Mars, and you're talking about the colors red, magenta, orange. So they coming in hot, baby. They coming in hot. Yeah, real hot and fiery. You might want to watch out. If this alpha female has Aries in her sign, you might want to watch out because she ain't going to run. She ain't going to back down like I said. She coming in hot. Whatever it is you hit her with, she going to hit you right back with it, and you might not survive. Because remember, you already said you were talking about a shaman. Okay, so even though that person looks alone, they're surrounded by 100 people or more, and they're not going to let you do too much to them without there being some serious consequences. All right, anything else to wrap this up, Spirit? I think we pretty much got the gist of this and this here energy. Let's get out of it. Anything else you want us to know about this? All right, creativity, idea, imagination. So, this alpha female was able to walk right on out of this situation using their creativity and their imagination. In other words, they didn't put any time or energy focusing on any of the negativity that these demonic people out here were spewing. Instead, they focused on their creativity and got bright ideas and walked right on up out of the nonsense and left these people to deal with their own shenanigans. That's what I'm talking about, baby. That's how you do it. Okay, a Cancer. Ruling planet is water. The element is water. Planet is the moon. Green and blue. Okay. 69. So, she flipped the script. That alpha female flipped the script right back on him. Sent it right back to him. Okay. All of that dark moon magic they were doing, she sent it right back to him. Return to sender, baby. Okay. 69. You got it right back. Right back. All right, anything else, Spirit, before we exit? Anything else before we exit? No? Anything else here before we exit? Omnist. Okay, he messing with somebody with knowledge who already knows what's going on. They don't even have to do any guessing. They see you before you do it. Sticks and stones may break my bones, but words will never hurt. So in other words, you're juvenile, and the person that you're dealing with, they can see it a mile away, and they don't put any energy into it. They could care less. Why? Because again, they already see you coming. They already know what you're going to do. Remember, you already said you were dealing with a shaman. Okay, this is somebody who don't speak much, but they see all. They see all, they process all, they read energy, so they can see you coming. They saw you coming. They saw this a mile away, and they don't focus on this kind of negativity, okay? They can see you, they're going to sit there, they're going to listen to you, but they don't have to say anything about it. They don't have to participate in it. They don't care. All right, as a result now, whoever was doing this, having health attacks. So they are no longer in good health, okay? Again, I told you the omnis. She flipped it back on him. I told you that 69 came through. She gave it right back to him. Whatever the spell work they were doing, she sent it right back. Okay? Returned right back to sender. Why? Because she saw him coming. All right? And now they're having health issues. Now they're having anxiety. Now they're stressed out. Now they're possibly running to the hospital, even taking tests. Okay? Why? Because it turns out that they were the ones who were out here sleeping with the enemy. So everything that they sent out here to this shaman, they have gotten back. And now it is manifesting in bad health. Why? Because that's what happens when you mess with people who ain't doing nothing to you. That part right there. I don't think we need to go any further with this energy. I think we pretty much got it, right, Spirit?
Spiritual Grapevine.
All right, Spirit. Is there anything else that we need to know about this message here? We do nothing. We pretty much got it. So again, like we said, this is pretty much a idiot who's out here messing with somebody who wasn't messing with them, right? Okay, started throwing spell work at an alpha female, gossiping, talking trash about her. Okay, got with a gang of people and started manipulating her energy, or at least attempting to. All right, and then Omnis saw them coming. All right, didn't participate in the gossip. Again, sticks and stones may break your bones. Omnis didn't participate in that. Instead, they just returned to sender, took that energy, all right, used their creativity, and basically they alchemized that energy and sent all that negative energy right back to them. And now it's manifesting in their lives in the way of bad health. Why? Because they were out here sleeping with the enemy while they were running their mouth and acting a fool. And now, oops, upside your head. That part right there. I love it. That's what happens when you don't mind your business, baby. All right. That's beautiful. This has been your Ancestors message for September 13th, 2025. Ancestors, please close this portal and return this energy to its rightful owner. Ancestors, please close this portal and return this energy to its rightful owner. Ancestors, please close this portal and return this energy to its rightful owner. Namaste. Love y'all.